Hi guys, today's recipe Minnappa roti or Dibba roti, which is from Andhra Pradesh. Dibba roti is more of a breakfast snack which can be made with idli batter, but today I'll be showing you how to make the batter. It's more like a thick pie or a pancake or a thick pizza, call it whatever you want. Really easy to make, so stay tuned. In a way, I can say that this recipe is a little time consuming. Why? Because obviously you have to make the batter. Now to make the batter, I've used two important ingredients. One is the idli rava, which I have here. What I've done is I've taken 1/4 cups of idli rava, and along with that I have taken half a cup of urad dal. So that is the proportion. Now what you need to do is you need to soak the idli rava separately in water for at least 5 to 6 hours. Immerse it in water, wash it nicely and immerse it. Likewise do the same for urad dal. Now when you're soaking urad dal, soak it with a little bit of fenugreek seeds, around say 1/3 to 1/4 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds would be enough. And when you're doing that, wash the urad dal and the fenugreek nicely and you soak it in water for a good 1.5 to 2 hours. That would be enough. Drain the water completely and grind only the urad dal along with the fenugreek seeds into a nice paste. The consistency should be the same like how you would do for an idli batter. Now to know how to get that consistency, all you need to do is go and click on the link here and see how the idli batter was prepared. You will come to know. And once that is done, all you need to do is drain off the water from the idli rava and mix these two ingredients really well. It's better to use your fingers rather than using a spoon. Add a little bit of salt and keep it aside to ferment for around 5 hours. Now we don't want it to be well fermented for overnight for 8-9 hours. We don't want the batter to get sour. Just when it's slightly fermented, that is when you can start preparing your Minnappa roti. Now let's have a look at how the batter is going to look once it is fermented. Now I am making a very basic tempering, and I already have a pan here which I have heated up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding some oil. Mustard, cumin seeds, mix. Now I'll add it to the batter. Now the tempering is ready. I'm just adding it to the batter. I'm just going to add the tempering which is prepared. And I'm going to make the Minnappa roti in this pan itself. So even if there's a little bit of tempering left in the pan, it's okay, not a problem. Now I've heated up a pan. I'm going to add some oil, around 1 to 2 teaspoons at first. Now we'll just swirl this. Now that the oil is hot, I'm going to add a batch of the batter. Now this is going to be thick, so let's add a portion of the batter. Yes, this much should be enough. I'm just going to evenly spread this out. just going to add a little bit of oil around the edges. I mean, only if required. And I have reduced the flame. And I'm going to cover this and cook it. Now this is going to take around 7 to 8 minutes on each side. So you need to keep checking in between. Once you feel that the edges have become a little golden brown, we will just flip it over. So it makes sense to check in between whether how your roti is doing actually. So I'm just going to open this. You can see it's drying up. You can see all this. So obviously, and even the batter is not runny anymore. So like I said, this is a nice color. What I'm going to do is flip this. Before flipping, I'm just going to add little more oil so that even this gets a nice color. Just kind of spread this out. And when I'm doing that, I can feel it's so spongy, you know. Even though it's drying up, you might feel that this is very tough, but it's not. Now, the easy way is to just flip it like that. If you're not very confident, a very simple alternative. There you go. Doesn't this look pretty? And I have been waiting patiently for another 5 minutes, and now I want to check if this is done or not. So I'm just going to open this, and you can use a toothpick, you can use a knife. You just basically make a small incision. If this comes out clean, it obviously means that it is done. It's ready to be served. So let's transfer it onto our plate. Just going to there you go. Our Minappa roti is ready. I'm just garnishing it with these pretty coriander leaves. And what you can do is make it much thicker if you want to. I prefer keeping it at this size, but if you want, you could have risen it to this much. The 3 usual things: hit like, share and subscribe on India Food Network. And until next time, bye.